Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, thanks for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back to watch another video. It's so good to have you here with me again today. Right, so in today's video guys, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing a budget walkthrough. So I'm going to be walking through my budget for the month of October. Now if you saw my September 2021 budget recap video, you'll know that my September budget was an absolute mess. If you missed that video, I'll link it at the bottom, and I'll also link it up here for you to catch up on what kind of happened in the month of September, because a lot happened last month. But like I say every single month, it's a new month, it's a new beginning, it's a new opportunity and a fresh start for me to kind of do better when it comes to my budget. But in terms of my spending plans for the month of October, without further ado, I'm going to jump right into those numbers for you now. If you're new to my budgeting videos, then this may be the first time you've come across my budget spreadsheet. But basically, in a nutshell, this is the spreadsheet that I use to manage my finances on a monthly basis. In the month of September, I didn't stick to it, which is why things went very left. But in the month of October, I'm planning to actually stick to my spending plan and hopefully come in on budget or close enough to budget. So with that being said, here's my spending plan for the month of October. So if we start off with the opening balance, and let's just say the opening balance is dreadful, and that is because I overspent big time in the month of September. If you want to know exactly what went wrong, like I said, watch that video in the description box below. But just know that we spent a lot in the month of September. We had a lot of unexpected expenses, plus we overspent in certain areas as well. So just overall, the whole thing just kind of fell apart. October, it's a new month and we're going to do better and hopefully come in on budget, like I said before. So yeah, opening balance was minus £500 12p, which is the highest I've ever gone over budget since I started budgeting how many years ago. So opening balance is basically already a minus figure. So what that basically means is that for the month of October, before we even start allocating any money to our various spending categories, we have to deduct that £500 from the available balance. So what I do is I document our income. So these are all our various incomes, and then the total is basically the income we accrued in the month of September minus that opening balance, and then that gives us the money that we have available to then spend in the month of October for the different expense categories. I hope that all makes sense. But without further ado, I'll jump into the expense categories and our spending plan for the month of October. So if we start off first of all with category, so we start off with the food category and we budgeted £200 once again. Now I should have probably increased that to about £230, £240, but there's quite a few things that we need to pay for in the month of October, and obviously that big overspend from the month of September didn't really help. So we have a £200 budget which we really need to try and stick to this month. I've already done the food shop, I did a big monthly shop, and I'm going to do a mid-month top up, which I will definitely try and vlog for you guys and do a food haul, because I know I haven't done one for ages, and I keep saying I'm going to do a grocery haul and it hasn't happened yet. But yeah, this month I'm planning to do that for you guys, so I'll kind of show you how I top up in the middle of the month to basically last us onto the next month. So yeah, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you're notified when this video actually is released. But yeah, back to the numbers. I budgeted £200 for groceries, £100 for takeaway, £40 for lunch, and nothing for Costco. Now if you've been watching my budget videos for a while, you know that this Costco shop has been on the agenda for the past few months and it hasn't happened. I had hoped it would happen this month, but having done the budget and gone through the numbers for the month, unfortunately there's no extra money to now put towards Costco in the month of October, so we're just gonna have to make do for yet another month. Hopefully in November we can actually do a big Costco shop. In fact, I'm thinking now maybe I can try and push it to December so I can just do a nice big shop close to Christmas. I think that actually makes sense. So yeah, I think that's what's probably going to happen. So Costco will be early December now. That's the plan. So yeah, our total food budget was £340 and we've got £120 of it left. But guys, I'm really going to try my best to make sure we don't go over on the food category, because I know this is the area in which we struggle with every single month, and I would like in the ideal world to put more money towards that budget category, but because there's so many other things that we're trying to pay for, we just have to kind of make the money that we have stretch. And I know I haven't been as disciplined as I could be in the last few months, but this month I'm planning to do better. I know I'm kind of sounding like a broken record now, because I'm always like I'm going to do better and then I end up overspending by £500. But hopefully in the month of October things are going to look very different. Okay, so now we move on to home and we can see the mortgage is £1,057 21p. That's the same exact amount every single month, and we're also going to make a mortgage overpayment of £100. So that's basically in addition to the mortgage payment, we then pay off a bit extra which goes directly to the principal. So rather than just paying the mortgage, which is standard, and a high percentage of it going to interest, we put £100 towards the principal, which brings the debt down faster, and it means that we will basically become mortgage free a lot sooner if we keep up with the rates of overpayment, and hopefully increase that amount as the months go. I know back when we first started overpaying, we were overpaying like £500, £1,000, etc. But that was before we started investing, and now we're trying to basically do both, invest and also overpay the mortgage at the same time. Council tax is £140, so that went up a few months back. and the total for our home comes in at £1,297.21. We move on to utilities, and that's the same pretty much every single month. So we've got water, which is £50.15. We've got electricity, which is 40, and gas, which is 70. So yeah, that is the one area of our budget that actually comes in on budget every single month, as opposed to the other areas which are usually in and out. So yeah, £160.15 is how much we've allocated for utilities. Giving is something that we do. I don't know why I laugh every time I say that, but it is something that we do on a monthly basis. Every single month we like to give a percentage of our income, so that's what we've blacked out there because we don't like to disclose how much that actually is. And then we move on to subscriptions, and these are our subscriptions for the month. So we have TV license, which is £13.43. Then we have my husband's mobile phone bill, which is £36.19. We have my mobile, which is £40. We have internet, which is £33, and then we have Canva, which is £10. So these are our subscriptions for the month. And then we move on to transport now, and we have petrol. Our budget is £70. Now I know last month we came in over budget when it came to our petrol, so I think it came in at like £124, but that's literally because we filled up at the start of the month and then we filled up at the end of the month. We drove a lot more in the month of September, so the full tank ended before the month ended, so then we ended up filling up the tank completely. So now we have a full tank of petrol and a whole new month, so I figured £70 should be enough because we're not planning to do many long distance trips this month. In fact, given what's going on in this country, that car is probably going to stay on the drive for quite a while because it's so hard to get petrol these days. So we're just trying to reserve and limit the amount of times we use the car so that petrol lasts. Because the other day we went to fill up, we drove to about 6 petrol stations before we finally found one that actually had fuel in it, and even then we queued up for like 45 minutes to get petrol. I can't be doing that again this month. So yeah, that full tank that we had from last month, I'm hoping it will actually tie us over throughout the month of October, but at the very least I think we will have to probably top up one more time. So that £70 budget is realistic, and I'm hoping we don't go over it. Maintenance we haven't budgeted anything for. Train, I budgeted £30. Parking, I allocated £15 this month. Again, parking, last month we went over our budget. I think it was like £8 in the end. So I've over budgeted this month £15. So in theory, there should be no issue. And yeah, we should come in under budget when it comes to parking. Car wash, I allocated £16 to the car wash. And that's because the last time I went, it's been a while to be honest. I think the last time I went was in July. The last time I washed the car, I know, very bad, but it was £15, even though the month before it was like £16. So I put £16 because I feel like it was a fluke, that £15 car wash, but I'll find out this month. So the total allocation for transport for this month is £131, and so far we've spent £9 of it, so we've got quite a big amount of the budget remaining, which is always good. Fun and entertainment, guys, and I'm pleased to report that I have an allowance once again. So in the month of September we allocated £0 to myself and my husband. In the month of October I was not letting that happen again. I was like, no, it's not happening again. We're having some kind of fun allocation. We work hard, we need to enjoy some of this money. It's not as much as I would like to have allocated to us, but there's so many other things that we have to pay for, and we're paying for the sins of our spending in the month of September. So because we overspent so much, something had to give, and I had to basically deduct it from our pocket money. So it is what it is. We got £150 each, so it's £150 for myself, £150 for my husband, and then £75 each for the boys. Now you'll notice that the boys' budget has actually gone up. So I think their budget was £50 before, now it's £75, and that's because they've gone back to school now, and there's a few different after school activities that we want to get them involved in. So they're going to be doing like gymnastics, jiu-jitsu, which is actually free. It's a community funded thing, so we don't have to pay for that, which is fantastic. But football, gymnastics and multi-sports are the activities that they're going to be taking part in this term, so we basically need to pay for that on a monthly basis. So I thought the £50 allocation probably wouldn't have been enough for them in addition to the cost of these after school activities. So yeah, that's the allocations for the boys. So hopefully we don't go over for their different spending categories. Obviously none of their birthdays are coming up anymore. We're done for birthdays for 2021, thank God. The only last thing is Christmas, which actually I'll talk to you guys about at the end. Remind me to mention it at the end of this video, because yeah, I've got a plan for Christmas which I want to share with you guys in case you want to get involved too. So next category we have is insurance, and obviously car and home insurance was paid last month, I think it was, or was it the month before? I can't even remember now, but I think it was last month. Yeah, it was last month. That's why we didn't have no fund money. So yeah, car and home insurance for the year was paid last month, which means that we now need to start building a sinking funds towards next year's payment so that we don't have the same issue we had last month next year, so that we can kind of save up towards it rather than having to pay for it all outright out of that month's budget, and then meaning we don't have money to put towards any other goals that we have for that month. So that's the plan anyway. And then we've got life insurance and parents' life insurance. So our life insurance is £60 and the parents' one is £30. But I mentioned in my budget recap video actually the fact that our parents are actually paying for that now. So that may actually come off the budget, or we may take it off them and we start paying it. So at the moment it's on there, but it may come off next month. So watch this space. And then nursery, of course, that's £416 a month. So I paid that for my youngest son because he still goes to nursery. When he turns 3, he will no longer have to pay, but he's still 2 at the moment, so I have to pay that on a monthly basis. Miscellaneous, I haven't budgeted anything for miscellaneous. Let's hope that doesn't come and bite me in the bum at the end of the month. I'm hoping there's no more crazy expenses that are going to come up. I mean, everything that could happen happened in September, so I'm thinking October should be a quiet month. There should be no crazy expenses. So famous last words. Let's see how that goes. Then we've got debt and we've got the tax bill. We've got a few more payments left on that and then we're free. Thank God, can't wait. And then we've got savings, we've got sinking funds and emergency funds. We've allocated £100 to both of those categories for the month of October. Come November, once we are back on track and we're not overspending by £500, I'm hoping to increase the amount that we put towards sinking and emergency fund, and also overpayments as well. So watch this space and hopefully that will grow as we get closer towards the end of the year. And then just finally investing, again, same thing. We've only put £100 in our Vanguard account. Ideally, we want to be investing at least 10% of our income. We're nowhere near investing that amount at the moment, but £100 is still better than nothing. But yeah, that's literally my plans for October. So if you made it this far in the video and you haven't given it a thumbs up, then you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed, share this video with a friend or family member, and I will see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching. No, you see, that's why it's good to stay to the end, you know, because there was one more thing that I was supposed to mention and I'm just about to outro the video and I just literally remembered on the spot. One thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys in terms of paying for Christmas is my clutter to cash for Christmas challenge. So basically my plan is to pay for Christmas this year without spending any of my money. So the idea is that all the clutter that I have in my house, all the random things, bits and pieces, kids' clothes that are too small, clothes that I no longer wear, old books, etc. Things from around the house that are not being used, that are just hair gathering dust and taking up space, I'm basically going to shift them all online and at car boot sales, and all that money that I make from selling off all of these things I'm basically going to use to put towards Christmas. So I have about what, 12 weeks now between now and Christmas, and the plan is basically over the next 12 weeks to see how much money I can make selling all these things to put towards Christmas. I would love for you to take part in this challenge with me and turn some of your clutter to cash too, and I've included a link in the description box below where you can basically download your copy for absolutely free. So there's 2 trackers on there so you can decide which design you want to use, or use both. I'm using both, so you can use both too, and basically track your progress. So all you have to do is basically set your goal. So if it's 200, 500, 400, whatever that goal is that you want to save to pay for Christmas, put that on there, and then you break that total into the amount of sections there is to colour. So I think just a nice tracker to kind of track your progress and see how much money that you saved towards your Christmas saving goal. So let me know in the comment section below if you're going to take part in the Clutter to Cash for Christmas challenge, and yeah, it'll just be good to see many of you doing it alongside me. If you are going to do it, then definitely tag me on Instagram and let me know. Maybe send me a picture of your tracker being coloured in. Let me know the things that you're selling, how much you're making for it. I think it's just nice to kind of keep ourselves accountable and motivated and encourage each other on that selling journey. But yeah, that's literally it for this video now. I am actually signing out. Thank you guys for watching. If you're still here, you're a real one. Love you. Thank you. And I will see you soon for another video. Take care for now. Bye.